Gundam! Gundam!
Hello there. Hello there.
Gundam! Gundam! Gundam!
Bruh?
Hello there.
Double up,
Hello there.
The ultimate PRGPGMG expensive for cost special coating. Heat bandite metal parts suspicion god hands, bruh.
That escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
Bruh? Bruh? Bruh?
Gundam. Gundam.
just that one last little one in there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
When streamers are this tired, it's not about getting them the same thing. It's about
God.
Good evening to you, Jang.
Good evening to you, chat.
That's a weird glitch, isn't it?
It is. How's it going, everybody? How y'all doing? Wow.
That is the jangiest it gets, chat.
I hope it is going well, whatever time it happens to be, wherever you happen to be.
Wow.
Hope life is treating you well.
Wow.
MG, Organized Oblivion, AWR, PBJ, Cubic,
Hello there.
Austin, Gundam Dreamer, Nodak Shack, Pidge, Mr. Sleepy Boy,
How very Jang is that?
Robot Wizard, and then I start to repeat names, because Marcel says, lets me sleep. What to sleep? What are you doing chatting? If you want to sleep, sleep.
Is that?
Do it. Go sleep. Thank you for the early cheers, Pidge and Cubic. Machiard, greetings to you.
What the heck is this?
I don't know.
Hello there.
I got Papa Ghost here. Aaron. It is hot. It is hot. The place to relax the soul. Devil Gaming, how's it going? Introducing you to D2. I introduced you to D2? Oh. You love to play it? Well, good. I'm glad that you like it. That's the most important thing.
What the heck is this?
That you're enjoying it. I logged in last night for the first time in like I don't know, a month and a half or so, just to grab the Invader armor sets from Zur, just to get the, you know, the patterns for them. And I logged in with my third character because I wanted to get the armor pieces for every character, every class. And the third character had not even started the campaign on Callus's ship.
Actually, Jag.
Yikes. So I wasn't even able to go to Zur without playing a small mission. That was
actually,
embarrassing. Art, how's it going?
Actually.
Actually? Jimpty, how's it going?
Actually, Jong.
Chancellor, don't be weird. Silver Shadow, how's it going? About to attach the legs for MG Sazabi, but the holes are blocked? I did not have this issue. Are they slid properly? Because you got that wide range that they can move, but it should work no matter what, unless you've got the caps inverted.
Use your
It's kind of narrow space. Yeah, definitely did not have that issue though. Upstate Dave, how's it going? Need Amazon. I'm sure it's available other places too. Also, hi. Cone's Corner, hello. Who else we got here? Amy. Cone's Corner has it cooling down outside. Much envy, much envy, much envy. Okay, well, greetings, everybody. Great week so far. Hey, that's good. I mean, it is just Monday, but for Monday to be good, for things to start off well. You trick hilarious. Gunpla Neon.
Thanks, Jang.
Ermerger. How's it going? Welcome. Storm D. Indulgent Girl. Welcome. Totally a flower. Totally a flower. I absolutely 100% believe that is an actual flower. If Monday is good, you're off to a very good start. Very much. James, hello. You're out in the UK also, so I had to work in the office because it's the only place in your life with AC. Oh, wow. That's rough. Glad you get to take advantage of that though, but for that to be the only place to get AC when it's hot, that's rough. Well, I was supposed to get some extra sleep last night because I had a little slot, I had a little space in life where I could make that happen. And I was like, get out of here, space for that to happen. And instead, I worked more. Excuse me. I started doing some prep. I put a bunch of ink on things and stuff, because that meant that today I'd be farther ahead. Now, there's not a whole lot that you can see in the dark spots, but in the light spots it'll stand out. And I did confirm.
This is very aesthetic.
I did confirm that I want to use blue. Now, because of my lighting here with the differential colors and everything, it's not quite as obvious, I think, on camera as it is in IRL, but this is a combination of blue and gray.
I don't know what I'm doing.
It's not how the Force works. Leaving a trail of flowers behind. Oh, sure. Yeah, I just wanted to do something different for this because so much of it from any kind of distance looks like a few grays, when in reality it's a nice gunmetal gray, it's black, and then it's this purple, this desaturated purple is what the main color is. But it's not enough. So I put this is what I did was for the tiny little slashes in there, those are done with gray, and then underneath is done with blue. And it kind of mixes together a little bit. And just, I don't know, just has a little bit of pop. I might want to make it even more blue just to, I don't know, just for the heck of it. So I got blue down here again. I don't think it shows up on camera as well. It's showing up okay. Just kind of hiding it from the blue light there. So just a little bit of pop of color. And then I'm doing brown in here, which unfortunately is not showing up as well as I wanted it to. So all that in the rib cage and in the 9-pack is, or is it 10, 12, wait, 14-pack is it? That's all brown in there, which honestly looks a heck of a lot better now. I need to score this and get it in there a little bit, or use some contact cement or something. I don't want to make it permanent, but it looks a heck of a lot better than when it was plain. When it was plain, by comparison to this, it was so plain. But I would still like to see a little bit more brown. Probably gonna try to bring some color into some parts of this. But the first thing I need to do is go back and clean up a bunch of ink because it's just kind of all over the place right now, and see what I have in total, you know? Get the lay of the land. Bricks, thank you very much for going 12 months with your subscription. It's not a full year yet because you've just subscribed in advance for your 12th month. You're in your 11th month right now, but you're about to hit a full year. And I appreciate that. Appreciate all that. Batman would love it. Yeah. Mike, how's it going? You can tell there's a change. Okay, good. UK heat waves just started just as you started working out again. Let's see what else we got. Regrets you didn't jump on it soon. No worries. Don't regret anything. Please. Okay. All right, I can hear that my I need to do something about these too. I'm probably going to do that offline because I need to do some experimentation. I'll probably look it up as well. Try to get some reference material to see what these should look like on the inside, because I don't want to blacken them too much and then regret it. What else was I going to say? Oh, yeah, the microphone. Oh, a couple of things. Microphone I hear still has a little bit of pre-peaking that happens, which is weird. I don't know exactly what is leading to it, but I did find the other day, last week, a way that I can attack that. Because it's not peaking in OBS. And when it hits what I'm calling pre-peaking, it's not even in the red when that happens. But I found where I can affect that. Too many preprocessors in effect that I wasn't even aware of. Am I going to panelime as Sazabi? Yes, Sazabi is, so the order of operations is going to be this. Was there any other that I've not done yet? So the good news is I'm getting caught up fairly decently. So this is done. This is done. I'm calling this one done. The Mega will continue to be worked on over time. This is done. The HG is done enough. Very, very basic job done on it, but it's done enough. And then the Freedom 2.0, probably going to be working on that today. Freedom 2.0 has so much. So I've been working on this one over time. That's a lot of panel lining. So it's been a slow burn, you know. But the panel lining is mostly in now. I'm sure that I've missed some spots, but most of it is in. It's just basic. It's just black and gray, you know, as I feel appropriate. But most of it is in. So it's time to put stickers on this one finally. That is a lot of flippin' panel lining, and I'm not mad at it. It just took a while. So I'm finally ready to put stickers on this one, and then after this is done, after this is done, completely done, that's when I hit up Sazabi. Finally. So that's the plan. Doesn't look like a traditional Gundam. Exactly. That's one of the main reasons that I ended up getting this thing. That it doesn't look like most of them do. Most of them are white with the V fin, a little bit of red, some blue, and some red. And some yellow in some place. And that's a great look and all, but I like variety a lot more. It adds a lot to look, a lot. Put it on the list for that reason. Big Squid, hey! Recently started streaming, wondering if I had any tips for advertising. I'm actually not good at advertising. I'm one of the worst people at advertising. I'm just not good at promoting myself at all. I do definitely recommend making sure you don't spam. Like, don't be one of these people that goes around to other chats and is like, oh, hey, how's it going? Oh, I was just streaming. Oh, I'm just about to stream. You know, kind of trying to sneak it in. Like, you've got to be organic with that stuff. You got to be respectful. You don't want to make yourself seem desperate or seem like a spammer. But definitely being connected with folks, being active in other communities, being genuinely active in other communities, it can come up, and people will start to, people who people who you make connections with will start to check you out, as that happens, again, organically. But as far as like driving traffic, Twitch is not a good place to drive traffic to your own Twitch community. Typically, traditionally, you want to have other social media that you're active on, where you have other connections to potential viewers. People use TikTok a lot. Not a big fan of it. YouTube is definitely a good place to get viewership, but again, the focus has to be on the content itself and your personality and what you bring to the table. You have to have the product first, and you have to build that up, and it has to be genuine to have something to be worth promoting. You need to have value there that people want to take advantage of, that you can then promote. So you cannot just do promotional content. That's not enough. You've got to have the bases covered first. But does it make a lot of difference what time you stream? Honestly, on Twitch, it doesn't make a tremendous amount of difference. There are a lot of, if you're working on YouTube, all the fine specifics matter a lot, because YouTube is 100% algorithmically driven, and every single tiny little thing will affect everything. On Twitch, they say you have to have a schedule. You must have a schedule. You must consistently be at this exact time. You must be there, otherwise you will fail. That's not true. I have not had a consistent schedule yet. Maybe I could be doing better numbers wise, but I definitely don't feel like I'm failing. The most important thing is that you develop your content, you develop your style, your personality, what you have to offer to viewers on the whole. And you feel good about it, you feel comfortable with it. You make sure you don't put yourself on a path to burning out or being unhappy with your own product, you know, do something that you enjoy, do something that you think is of value, and then evolve. Don't worry too much about the little most specific things yet, unless you're on YouTube. Even on YouTube, you probably don't want to worry about that little stuff too soon, because you'll start to just hyper focus on that and then lose yourself and lose your value really as a content creator. I don't know if any of that is of any value, but stream of conscience. That's a lot. Nicole, good morning to you. But art, specifically about time, there are people on Twitch 24/7. I know, because I've streamed for 44 and a half hours. Continuous. I've also streamed at different times, for starting. And experiment. By all means, experiment. When you're new, experiment. Try different stuff. Don't be afraid to get it wrong. Because the only way you can get it more right than the next person is if you do something that they don't do. If you think differently, the only way that you can find your rhythm is to try different rhythms. Times or limes. That's, see, MG is taking us to the end game. Straight to the end game. Cool here. That's because it's only 9. Oh, geez. Wow. Very different.
What?
Carbon Eagle, hello. Organized Oblivion. Did I say hi to you? I think I did. Yeah, get those limes in there. All right. So I'm just gonna wipe some stuff off. Peeking head around the door. 100C. I've heard. It's so hot you can't sleep. Damn, that sucks. Make sure you stay extra hydrated. If you're not used to the heat, you're definitely not used to drinking enough. Overhydrate. That'll also help to cool you down a little bit. Spray water on yourself. Gosh, I have only the best of hopes. Heat is not something that I enjoy. Big heat, I don't enjoy it at all. Squeezing limes on your head to cool down. That sounds right. Nodak Shack, enjoy your dinner. PowerPoint functions. Farm tractor made by Kata. Really realistic? Okay, I've not seen the newest Kata stuff in a while. Probably since honestly since last year. I still have a Kata set that I need to review, but I made a mistake on taking something apart from Lego that would be a good comparison. But it's just another one of those things. It's just been sitting in the queue for months and months and months. But hey, good news is I am getting through my queue. Amy, it wasn't literal. It wasn't literal. So it's okay to exaggerate a little bit for comedic effect. It's okay. Wrap ice cubes in a washer. A washer rag, I guess that's what that means. It was literal. Last person alive in the UK. Ah, jeez. That sucks, though. Seriously. Limonada agua fresca sounds good right now.
That escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
It's about 100 Fahrenheit. Joe is a funny guy. We know Joe. Joe is okay. I don't know if these lines honestly are doing that much. I feel like it adds a little bit. I can see a little bit of glint. Yeah, I can see a little bit. It does add something. I usually use gray for everything, but this is black. But the interesting thing here with this is it really shows how it is purple. It's very. I only work in black and very, very dark purple. Almost sound like purple. What? 103 for you? Sheesh. Car said 111. Oh, God. Warm but not overly hot weather. Strong winds, but reasonable temps. Okay, good. Daddy issues. Hello. How's it going? Really unproductive day? That sucks, but it's okay. Have to allow some of them to, some of the rounds of life be losses or draws, you know. There will be another. As a workaholic though, I definitely feel
Another one.
Yeah, there will be another. Definitely feel the frustration with unproductive days. (104 in Fahrenheit in your room. Sheesh. Sheesh. Oh, it's awful. Ah. Narsh day. Mm-mm. Should probably try to get something on this as well. Sometimes very, very dark lime. Hope you can catch up tonight, alright. Blurple. Unproductive days can be self-care. True. They're just frustrating when you don't want them to happen, you know? Sometimes they need to happen though. I know that's what you're getting at. But if you're just kind of fighting against the current, you desired to be productive, you set out to be productive, and then it doesn't happen, and that can be frustrating. Kind of missed a couple spots back here as well. Spent an hour last Thursday chopping things out. Supposed to chop it up to go in the greens. Can't be bothered. It's not going anywhere. Yeah, it's just going to start to make itself smaller anyway. It's going to be easier to put into the bin. Took down some foliage just a couple weeks ago. It was way too much to fit into the bin, so I've been chopping it up a week at a time. Got a little bit too much there. Just don't want it to stay pooled. The heat messes with the flow. Messaging from inside a chest freezer. Surprisingly, not a Faraday cage. Hey, not doing anything. Not even anything fun. Yeah, just sat on your phone for 4 hours. I can sympathize. I definitely cannot stand getting nothing done. And it's a problem. Because sometimes it is important to get less done to allow some space for physical and mental recovery. And I know just saying that doesn't help anything. Thinking about it, reasoning it through doesn't help anything. Cody, hello. First time you've caught a stream here. I'm way behind on chat. Look at that. Welcome. How are you doing? What brings you here? James' web picture today is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. We are so freaking small. So small. It's so difficult to mentally comprehend looking at fields of galaxies. Because I think the brain, at least my brain, trying to reason that through, looking at a picture and trying to actually take it seriously. Okay, what am I looking at here? Brain automatically thinks, oh, galaxy, you know, like the solar system. So there's one solar system, there's another solar system, there's another solar system, right? So there would be possibly some planets around that one. No. Galaxy, like Milky Way. Like we are a tiny speck of dust. Our solar system is a tiny speck of dust in the Milky Way. Milky Way. Okay. Each one of those dots, those little discs, those little slashes on that picture is like a Milky Way, if not significantly bigger. What the actual heck? It's incomprehensible. It doesn't make sense.
The heck is this?
There's already a comparison with Hubble. Oh, I've got to check that out. Asked about the Razor files. We went with the display. Warning, Will Robinson. About the display. Did you get a set of 2 or did you get a single? I hope you got a set of 2. Or you got the better one. Because one of them is not good, in my opinion. Going through my stack, digging through my stack of file attempts here. Different files. This is not it. Looks like it, but it's not it. Where's the display? Nobody knows how that's pronounced. Everybody has a theory about it, but I don't think anybody knows. I don't think it's something that can be known. Where is it? Did I throw it away? Maybe I took it out of circulation entirely, because these are actually usable. It's just not the best. Got my reject pile over here. Did a lot of experimentation. Dang it! I might have thrown it away. One of the display ones has a pattern when you look at it up close. I can't find it. When you look at it up close, it is lines, diagonal lines that go all the way across. Oh, here it is. I see it. Yeah, there it is. This is the one. Yes. Hello? Focus? Okay. So you see, there we go. So you see the lines? They go all the way across diagonally. And you can see some of the material is stuck in it.
Hello there.
Accentuating some of those lines. So that's the pattern. So this is it's kind of done like a directional file. The thing that I don't like about this is that those lines with the angle will actually score the plastic. It's not random enough. What just happened? I'm gonna find out and say, oh, Joe, thank you for your cheer. I'm still way behind on the chat, but I will fix that. I will get caught up. It can leave score marks, and I don't like score marks. Especially if you start close to the material and you just do a short. Let's see if I can demonstrate. You can already see the marks, but I'm not sure. Can you see the scores right there? It's like scratches, linear scratches up there on the top. Let's see if I can do it a little bit more. So you end up having to do a little bit more work with the display with the linear pattern to it. There's another one. If you got the 2-pack, there's another one from Dispit that does not have that pattern on it and is much better, in my opinion. And I'm just behind on chat. I will get there. Yeah, I think this is showing some very well-defined scores in there compared to. I don't have the actual other display, but this is equivalent to it. So that is one of the 2 good patterns, where it's just a bunch of dots. It's offset rows, 50% offset rows of dots. So anything that looks like that's a glass file, is basically going to be just about the same. As a matter of fact, the Razor, one of the main Razor ones, is a very, very, very cheap brand. Just repackaged. And it works fine. But these just have a much more random pattern to them and tend to do a lot less scoring because they don't grab. There's no pattern of nubs, of what do you call it, of grit, I guess, that wants to grab in. Now you can make this score. I'm intentionally trying to. There we go. So I was trying to push down with way too much weight. You can see scores there, but they're very, very shallow. They're super, super shallow. I can barely feel that with my fingernail. You can just see it right there. And if you do it the way that you should, which is more length, like start with little pressure, apply pressure, let it off. So it's like soft, harder, soft, soft, harder, soft. Just let it pass. I'll do it on the
super
on the
easy,
edge.
barely an inconvenience.
So the edge is where I was just working. So that's what you want to see. Right? It's very smooth. And that's what you can get out of one that has the more randomized pattern. Now I'm going to get caught up with about 10 minutes of chat because I went on a tear. Holy heck, I'm so far behind. My goodness. Gosh. HD is. You can just keep zooming. Oh, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the full resolution version. Put ours in the truck. Take it to the dump. Who makes it into compost? Very nice. Image reminded you of the feeling of seeing Saturn through a telescope for the first time as a kid. Nice. Nicole's gonna eat and get some chores done. Right on. Dovo bricks, not me. Hopefully somebody else did. Brains can't really grasp it. Disappointed by the lack of a giant eye visible in the background looking at us. And it's looking at a region of space the size of a grain of sand held at arm's length. It's ridiculous. How petty we are. We fight over. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, It's so infinitesimally small. Space is big, really big. Yeah. Deep field image takes 15 hours to compile, while the Hubble takes weeks. Wow. Throw it away! Image probably contains billions of species of life we can't begin to imagine. May have put it in the dreaded safe space, yeah. Gundam would be perfect for skewing marshmallows. Panfred Nudo, hey, how's it going? Sorry, I'm so far behind. Leviathan? You don't like that one? Clogs so much? Oh, I'm not familiar with it. By name. Primus, hello? Aliens trying to communicate with us, make those lines. Alien scratches, yes. Utricularius, thank you for your lurk. More images coming tomorrow with explanations, and I'm caught up! Yes, I did it! Yes! Yes. Yeah, I've got to look at a full resolution version of that image, of today's image. I have no idea. Mr. Challenger, how's it going? The despair. You know what? I actually threw away. I did legit throw away a bunch of files. Which I regret now throwing them away because they're not as good. I threw them away because they're so much worse than the ones I use now. But one of them uses the exact same design as the Razor. One of the Razors, the Fine Razor, I believe. And I believe is probably from the same factory. Just has a different stamp on it. It had the exact same design with the smooth back, with the enameling on it, and the embossing, and then the flat, and the exact same looking pattern. I'd much prefer the ones that I use now. If you do exclamation Gundam stuff, I think it's the first link. It's $8 for 4 of these, plus a rasp, the fast acting ones. Oh, yeah, Gunpla, so I can actually demonstrate now, just for, I know you know your stuff, but just for reference of what I was doing and what I was using and what I was talking about the other day, or I guess it was yesterday. So the kit, that first one, comes with these. And these 4 on the right are the same, just slightly different shape, but they're the same thing. And then there's this, which is the rasp. It's for feet, right? But you see what pattern it is, right? The other one that I showed you, that I sent you a link to, is this one, which uses the same pattern, but it's a little bit less thick. So the first link gives you all these. The second link gives you this and another one that I didn't particularly like. But here's how these work. So the black one is exactly what it looks like. It's another one. You know this already. You've had this exact pattern. So what am I going to do? I'm going to take on this nub. I'm going to take on this nub right here, is what I'm going to do.
Thanks, Jay.
Let's see, can I show this up close better? Not. That nub right there. That nub right there. Right? That nub. Okay, so now here's the kicker. So what kind of texture do you get on the surface after doing that? It's not the most rough surface at all. The more, if I can get the light to hit it right. There you go. Look at that. So that's the surface with that level of coarseness. It's a tiny bit of sanding, and it's good to go. You can see it actually has a shine on it, even though it moves material that quickly. 100% what the Infinity is, but cheaper, yeah. And you get all of this. So as it gets, you know, if you're that aggressive and you start to get it loaded up, you have that much more to work with before you need to clean it up. But this one's even worse. For the big stuff. I mean, obviously you don't want to use this. You know what you're doing, but for folks, for everyone else, you don't want to use something like that too aggressively. Cubic, take care. You want to see this in action? Okay. And looking for a really long file so you can file fingernails and toenails simultaneously. Gotcha. Cubic, sleep well, be cool, literally and figuratively, and we'll see you again soon. Okay, so I'm gonna with the foot rasp from the $8 set that comes with 5 files, I'm going to attack this nub here. Okay, that is not a nub, right? That's like practically an entire sprue unto itself. I've not done this before. I've not used this aggressively. I'm going to do it aggressively now. Wish me luck. That's interesting. This one's actually not moving material as quickly. As coarse as it is, it's moving it pretty quickly. That's pretty quick. And I'm not even moving the... Yeah, it's pretty quick. I'm not even moving the thing around. Right? Well, yeah, it's not really... Yeah, it is. That is a monster, yes. And that one does leave a more rough surface. Oh, God. I mean, you can just see the chips on my fingers. God. God. Thank you, Joe. Was that being literal, though? I have to ask. Okay, so... Since I used that ridiculous thing.
And another fart.
Thank you, Joe. The ridiculous thing, I'm now going to use the other thing that came with that same set to see how that works. Just back to back. So that was what, 8 strokes or something like that? Obviously, I cut way too far, but the surface of the nub itself is starting to get cleaned up. What I should do, because I went absolutely ham. I'm just going to use the bad nip. Snapped that right off. Right, so that's not good. So I'm going to use the other ones from that same set, from the set of 5.
That's pretty good.
And just demonstrate the surface that these give. That was pretty deep. The scar was pretty deep. Okay. A second. It'll get there. It'll get there. Here it is. You see it's got that piano finish. Mirror. Glassy top. See if I can get it to reflect an actual light. It's kind of not in the light. Hello? Just want to get a glint. Ah, there we go. That's what I was looking for. There's a little bit of texture in there. But it's ready. In my experience, it's ready to scuff. You know, obviously that's way more shiny than you want. So from there, I would just scuff with 5,000 grit or something, and it would be. I think it would be good to go. But okay. That's a lot of mess. Oh, Joe is going to try sleeping again. All right. Well, thank you for popping in here, hanging out with us again, Joe. Sorry about the timing, and I hope you're able to stay cool.
That's a lot of farts.
Somehow. I hope you got fans and stuff and lots of water, cool water. Definitely wish you the best in getting through that. But despite with the lines, I don't like. I guess I have to keep it for future reference. Okay, that cleans up pretty well. This one, just take a horse hoof brush to it. Brush? It's just so thick. And this doesn't really get loaded up either. There's a tiny little bit there. I don't want to waste too much eraser on it, but yeah, there we go. Done. Okay, this is so much detritus. Let me just say goodbye to all of this. Goodbye, all of this. Static. Got some new stuff today. I got my audio object, a tool that will allow me to hopefully assemble a new system to improve sound in here, in this space. Did not get my new lens today. That's been delayed by a week, which sucks. But I did get other things. Oh, I got a piece of furniture that's going to make Gundam building so much simpler for myself. The process of starting a Gundam build, so much quicker. I need to assemble it, then I can show it. Spoilers. It is a 2-drawer filing cabinet, hanging filing cabinet. So no more labeling sprues. Just gonna have alphabetical filing folders and just put them in there and just have it on the side and just be able to. I tested it because I use one from my office just took a bunch of stuff out and put in empty folders and took half of the sprues from this kit and put them in there and then tested just, okay, I need to get M1. And it was just like it's just right there. It was, felt really, really comfortable, you know? Just wanted just spent about a night just looking at different possibilities, different types of stands, different options for horizontal alignments. You know, I could set up like a letter organizer, office thing, a bunch of stacked trays, get them horizontally. That wasn't really working for me because you need a lot of height or a lot of width, and you need space to be able to comfortably get your hand in there. The thing about hanging folders is that the paper is comfortable to move aside, and it's flexible enough. There's enough flex to the whole system that you can easily get in there and just do this, grab the thing. You can have multiple sprues. I can have your M1 and 2 and the 2 versions of M2 in the same space. By default, it's like all compressed down, but as soon as you open it up, it's super easy to get. Just the real world use feels good to me. So I invested in just a little rolling cart with 2 drawers that each will hold regular hanging file folders. I just got a box of folders. Don't think these are gonna stay. Okay. Was that an eraser I was using? Yes, that was a plastic eraser to clean the file. To really clean files, I'll just go to the sink and use a stiff plastic brush and soap and water. But for quick work, just a white.
Thank you very much for that.
Plastic file.
Jang,
A plastic
Amaranth is very appreciative.
eraser. Eng brick. I've heard of Eng brick. Nick Build I have not. Eng brick I think they're actually okay. Their quality I think was okay.
Oh, thanks,
I don't
Jay.
remember if
Appreciate that.
I don't remember if their designs are their own. Consistently, you know.
Thanks, Jang.
Old toothbrush? Yeah. Needs to be wet with some kind of lubricant like soap, in my experience, for these types of files. But as an agitator, old toothbrush for sure. I just prefer a little bit stiffer than that, so I can really get in there. And for folks in chat who found out about Gundam through me for some reason, of whom there are far too many, look around you. Check out other streamers, other content creators in general, who actually know this stuff. Such as, for example, Gunpla Neon right there, who inadvertently, unintentionally, gave me the confidence to do what I'm doing right now, after I was very, very worried about completely screwing up with basic panel lining. He showed techniques in a very welcoming and newbie-friendly way, but also demonstrating his own experience and showing that with the combination of simple technique and advanced experience,